Hey everyone, Espionage here, and once again we got another video starring our 911 Porsche Lego Technic. Um, if you've been following previous videos, I had been having a debate with my son on whether or not to, keep or take apart this set since we got it used and it came fully, built. My son is really against it. I have been sharing that I think it makes sense to take it apart because, we don't really understand how this thing actually even works because we didn't spend any time building it. Um, we've been going back and forth on it. Just the other day, I saw him playing with it and just amazed by the gear shifts and everything. And he took his own little one of his squishmallows and put it in the car. So, a little bit sad that this guy, was in here when I see this, but I have come to a conclusion that I am going to take this thing apart, right? So I actually have to take this apart before he sees it because he will never let me take this thing apart when he's around. So this is sort of a quick secret. Once I start disassembling it, then he can't really. He'll just have to accept it, and then he will build. Right? Then we'll build it together, and we'll have a good time doing it too. Right? So that's what I gotta do here. Alright, we finally finished taking it apart, and all that's left is little Holly. So it actually was a little bit faster than we thought, but I mean, the funny thing is, we decided to go through taking it apart so that we can just rebuild it again. Now that we've taken it apart, we're gonna put it back together. But this time, since we're doing it ourselves, we can actually understand how all the mechanics and stuff work. So after we took apart the set, Son wanted to get right into building it. So right after his first session, we're coming here to take a peek at how he's doing. He seems really into it, so I think he's enjoying it. Already seeing a little bit of the internal gears. I wonder if anything turns here. I was asking about this gear shift since we saw it, when we were taking it apart. But does it actually work, putting in the drive versus reverse? All right, we'll check in again after his next session. All right, we are now looking at after session 2, the Porsche being built. So, Son Pengu was sharing that now the steering wheel works. Nice. All right, this is the end of our session 3. It's definitely coming along now. All right, what do we see in terms of gears? Can we get anything to move? Pengu, can you show us anything? All right, what do we see there? Okay, so that.
Just steering from last time.
Yeah, we saw that. And then what else did we? But the whole back here, the rear wheels got added, right? What else can we do? Anything?
And
The gear shift.
no, so it's more resistance.
More resistance? Yeah, when you put it, I think the way the gear shift works, and maybe we'll figure out one day, but I think if you put it in drive or reverse, it should be more resistant, right? In the opposite direction. Okay. And then neutral should be just free, so you shouldn't feel any resistance when it's in the middle in neutral. Okay, alright. For our third session.
Yay.
Okay, so we're making one change here based on what we're seeing online to improve the gearbox. I think around step 267 to 269. Alright, we're gonna adjust these gears back here. So supposedly, I think there's 2 black gears on the outside, and then there's 2 gray ones inside. So we're gonna actually, the recommendation is to move the 2 black gears inside and have the 2 gray gears outside. So I think we're doing that. The big gear is in the middle one, right? So. Okay. All right, does it turn still? It looks like it turns, but is it improved? Can't we tell? It's on neutral now. All right, check it out. Does it do something? maybe later. But okay, we'll keep it this way because it seems like that's supposed to make things better, and we can maybe research some of that later. All right, so at this point, we saw some videos and some discussion. We're gonna try using this old school Lego Power Functions kit. Unfortunately, it's not really available anymore. You can't buy it, but we had it because we got it back in the day, a few years back. So this thing is like a motor, right? And we're gonna attach it. Penguin, can you stick that on there? And let's see, right? I mean, we're gonna test out the gear shift. So let me come stand over here. Okay, so then the motor, when you plug that thing in and you turn it on, it's turning, and then when we actually shift the gears, it's
Go fast.
All right, let's go. Let's upshift and downshift them all. A few. Let's. Can you? Let's try putting it on drive too. Yeah, because then now we get to see how fast this spins, right? The wheel spins. Does the gear shifting make it spin faster? You can. I think you shift up like 3 times, maybe, or no. Is this working? I guess this is a good way to quickly tell whether or not everything that we've assembled so far is working. Looks faster. What about in reverse? Do you try the reverse now? See if the I don't know if the gear shifting works when you're going in reverse. Oh, it does. Okay, so this is the slowest gear. Okay, then yeah, it's going much faster. Yeah, but then how come it stops? Are you doing this one too? Isn't this downshift? That's upshift, that's downshift? Okay, alright. I think it's working. Alright, cool. Alright, looks like we are maybe about the end of session 5. And Pengu says that he has completed part 1. What is it, step 344 now we're on? It looks like most of the base is completed, and we have been testing it. And it looks like it was working. So now he's saying that he's building a whole second component that maybe we're going to attach somewhere. Maybe it's like the inside part where the seats are. Okay, so now we're pretty much wrapping up the 6th session. This is still the base, and then part 2 we started. It looks like it's building the exterior. Well, no, this is the frame, right? That's going to go over the seat. Pengu, do you want to try to show us how we get it on there? All right, put it on top, right? Eventually it's going to go on top. But I think right now it's not quite ready, but... So there's the front. And then eventually I guess we're going to lock it in over top of that. Eventually. Okay, cool. Alright, so we are on step 494, and this is the step where we assemble this top part onto the gearbox area. Alright, let's do this, Pengu. Alright, go for it. It's a big deal here. That's it? No, there's gotta be doesn't it snap on or something?
Yeah, you have to push all
Alright,
these in.
get them in there.
This is gonna take a pretty long time.
Oh, how many? 1, 2?
There's like at least 10.
Oh, I see. Yeah, all these red. You want to flip it over or no? Oh, there's some on this side too. All right. Yeah, 10. So 2 on each side of the wheel. Oh, you got some up here too. And then 2 next to each wheel.
I think that's it.
All right, we got the one piece now. Nice. All right, moving on. All right, so I think we are at completing session 7 now. This is starting part 3. Pengu, you said that you felt that this is well designed.
Yeah.
Can you explain why you feel it's well designed? Which part of it?
The big pieces. They just look good.
Like, you're talking about this here? Like,
yeah, they're well placed.
nice. Okay, alright, well, let's continue then. Alright, back with session 8 completed. So now we got the exterior and the back on the left and the right side. Looks like we got some lights now. And then I think we got the seats. Oh, where's we got our little Winston or whoever? Who's riding in this? Alright, load them up. Oh yeah. Now we're getting ready to move on to the next step. Alright, we are finished with session 9 and it's looking good. Almost all the exterior is built except for the front right component. And we got the tires. A few more orange pieces, so getting close to the end here. Alright, so now we're back here and we've rebuilt the Lego Porsche. So, Pengu, now that you've built it, what do you think? Did you like this build?
Yeah, it was very fun to build.
Yeah, did you think it was a good idea for us to take it apart and rebuild it?
It took a pretty long time to build, but that's why it's fun.
Yeah? What did you like about this build?
When you attach a motor to it, it drives on its own. And all the cool features.
Yeah. Okay. What else? Yeah, so at the end of the day, we felt that it was good that we took it apart and got to rebuild it, because now you really learn how everything worked, right? So, and we got our Squishmallows to help us along the way. But yeah, what would you rate this out of 10 in terms of a build?
7.
7 out of 10? That's low. Okay, alright, well.
But you can't steer.
Oh, you can't steer? Yeah, and some of the things, okay, so let's talk about some of the things you liked and some of the things you didn't like. So let's start with the things you liked. What are some things you thought were cool?
Steering.
How so?
And both of these things open up.
Yeah, it's cool that that the trunk opens and closes, and hood opens, closes, doors open, close. What did you think of the gear shifts? That seems like a big thing.
No practical purpose.
No practical purpose. Yeah, but it works. Then you got the bag. All right, so those are some of the good things. And you like that you were able to sort of motorize it when we stuck the motor on.
Yeah, but we can't really motorize it.
Yeah, but okay, so that's a negative, right? Is that you wish that you could actually somehow stick that motor in there and control this thing remotely. That would be pretty cool. I mean, we've seen some videos and stuff like for just mocks of people doing it, but it's not a legit, real thing. But okay, we're glad you enjoyed it, and thank you everyone for watching this video.